Did SP let you down? Did they hurt your feelings? Or are you just angry at them for something? Did someone else in your life hurt your feelings or let you down or upset you? Anyone? Families, friends, co-workers? Did somebody let you down and now you want an apology? Well, then you're going to want to watch this video. Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you all on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I have recorded many videos today, but I'm proud of myself. I'm hitting my goals. So I'm going to skip over the typical intro. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithKimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the drop box below. They're in the screens that just went by. I have 2 channel memberships, and all the information about that 2 channel memberships is in the drop box below. The way to connect with me for regular coaching, drop box below. There is a wait for the coaching. Wait as in I am booking way out. I am booking into January. Yeah, okay. If you're impatient and don't want to wait and would like to talk to me within the next 24 to 72 hours, you can always purchase emergency coaching. I offer that for a reason. For those of you that don't want to wait, and I don't blame you. Shit comes up, you want to talk to me now. That's why I have that. Okay? Also, yeah, if you're new here, how you doing? I'm like this all the time. I'm obsessed with getting what I want. And I'm obsessed with manifestation. And I like it simple. And I like to manifest quickly. So if you're into all of that and you can handle this sass, please subscribe. Let me know that you're new. Let me know that you're here. You know, YouTube doesn't always tell me, especially if you've got that blocked on your YouTube end, right? If you don't let people see who you're subscribed to, then I don't get told. And I want to know who my HBICs are, so please tell me. So let's just get to it. Okay, I'm going to hop over everything else. I'm everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Clapper. Come on now. Subscribe to me everywhere. Let's be friends. Ugh. Did someone hurt your feelings? Disappoint you? Upset you? Piss you off? Was it your specific person? Was it a family member, a friend, a co-worker? This video is going to help you with all of that. First of all, I say this all the time, but our feelings are always valid. Feelings are always valid. What does that mean for anybody that's new? That means you are not wrong for wanting an apology. You are worthy and deserving of that apology. Nothing wrong with that. But, here comes the but. When we are manifesting, first and foremost, we can manifest whatever the hell we want. You want to manifest an apology? We can manifest an apology. But I'm going to keep it real with you because I don't think you're just manifesting an apology. And if I'm wrong, okay, I'll be wrong. Let me know in the comments. When we are manifesting someone, especially for love, and we're holding on to shit that deep down we know they should fucking apologize for. When we're holding on to that, you're keeping that person trapped as that version. What does that mean? You are always ever manifesting who you believe you are. Always. And people show up in your reality. They show up reflecting you. And by reflecting, I don't necessarily mean a direct mirror to your every single thought. They are a mirror to your beliefs, good or bad beliefs. And once you have an experience where they've pissed you off or hurt your feelings, especially specific people, once that first hurt, disappointment starts, usually a story begins. Granted, not every single time, but let's say like cheating, things like that, saying something mean. A story starts, which is a new belief. A story of we expect that person to do it again. And that's a new belief. And if we believe that about them, they don't get to change. We keep getting that version of them. We personally, even though it might not feel like it, we select who we are intermingling with. So for example, when you first meet your specific person, we'll say brand new, you never knew them before. When you first meet them, they're like a clean slate, unless they are fulfilling one of your generalized beliefs. Let's say that you think all men in the category of 20 to 29 are players, and your SP is 27. And if you think that, right, we got that generalized belief, so they got to get through that brick wall. But all right, so we're not going to go in that direction. But I just had to say it because that used to be one of my beliefs. When you first meet them, they're like a clean slate. And they're going to show up reflecting who you are. And then as the relationship moves, things are amazing in the beginning, aren't they? Because your beliefs haven't necessarily taken over just yet. Right? You don't have any attachment or story to that person yet. But as things are moving and grooving and going amazing, we all have experienced it going from there. And that's because your limited beliefs have started taking over. Okay? And then we manifest because of those original shit beliefs, like you are not good enough. So then from you are not good enough, we have now manifested a third party. So let's say they've only done it one time. Well, the story started when that moment, that experience of them having a third party, it hurt. And justifiably so. It does hurt. We're not wrong for how we feel. This is also not about blaming and shaming ourselves for what's manifested. I'm just trying to show you. So that story started. He's a cheater. He's cheated. He hurt me. So now we've got all the beliefs of I'm not good enough. I don't feel like I'm enough for this person. We can make us feel like I'm not chosen. I'm not a priority. And now the belief of, and he's a cheater. So we've got all that swimming around in the mixing bowl. And that's the version of them we continue to intermingle with. And then we get frustrated because nothing's changing. And now we want an apology for that hurt. Now, listen, right off the top. Yes, we're worthy of an apology for something terrible like that. But when we make that apology our primary focus, we are not changing self, and we are not letting them change. You see, as you become the new version of yourself who is manifesting that loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with that person, as you're focusing on being that version of yourself, the version of you who doesn't have limiting beliefs in love, in relationships, or around that person, you are becoming the version of you that knows she's more than enough and can have whatever the hell she wants. More than likely, as we are dropping our limiting beliefs about them, because you're the version of yourself that doesn't hold on to stories, that apology is going to manifest anyway, naturally. I'm talking about those of us sitting adamant that they must apologize. They must beg for my forgiveness. I understand that. I used to be her too. But if we're sitting in that, who are you really being? Who are you really being? When you're sitting back from the mindset, they have to prove themselves. I am worthy and deserving of love and right treatment. And I am worthy of being treated like a queen. And that is not how he treated me. So I want that apology, and I want better actions out of him. The desiring of better actions, better treatment, nothing wrong in that. That's great. As new self, we should be expected to be treated well. That's good. But did that sound like that's who I was being? Or did that sound like someone who's still a victim? Someone still hurt? You got to ask yourself, why? Why do I want the apology? Is that going to make me feel better to hear the words, I'm sorry? Is that going to make me believe that he's never going to do it again? And that he's proven his love? Is that really going to do it? Not if you haven't changed self. This is why it's that like this gray area. There's nothing wrong with expecting and commanding best treatment from everyone in our life. We should expect people to treat us lovingly and respectfully. Hell fucking yeah. But you got to know that's who you are. You got to choose that for yourself. First.
No problem.
Thanks, Siri. You've got to choose it for yourself first. And if you're not choosing that first, and you're putting all the focus on what they need to do to prove themselves to you, you ain't changing. You're not changing. And you need to be new self. So this is why I ask, why do you want the apology? Nothing wrong with expecting them to say, yo, I fucked up, I'm sorry. Nothing wrong with that. But where's the intention? Is it coming from the hurt you, who's still in a victim state, who therefore might manifest that apology, but because we're still in a victim state, is gonna manifest hot and cold bullshit in that relationship again? And that ain't what you want, I'm assuming. This is why we change self first. We become the self that can believe and trust that anyone they intermingle with is treating them with love and respect. And anyone that I allow in, we'll use me, that I allow in, especially in the love relationship department, has to reflect that respect, love, kindness, committed faithfulness. That's who I am now. That's who I choose to be. So if I'm choosing that, that's what I'm going to experience. And I'm also being the version of me who lets stories go. Who lets stories go. So I can let go of the story of expecting SP to hurt me. If we're choosing that, or at least some semblance around that, you don't got to use my words, you can use your own, what feels good to you. If you're choosing that, and setting respectful, healthy boundaries, but letting go of that story of what they did, that's what brings them in. And damn well, yeah, they're going to apologize. But that's what brings them in. And I'll tell you what, you won't even be focusing on the apology because you'll be a new self. You'll be the self free from the hurt. You'll be the self that can allow them in and allow them to be a new self. Listen, okay? When we are looking at people like, well, they should have to pay for what they did. He should be accountable for his actions. He hurt me. You're right. We're not letting him off the hook. We're letting you off the hook so that you can change. If your thinking is anything like what I just said, you're in a victim state and you're still seeing the 3D and interpreting it through victim glasses. And I know that's not fun to hear. And you might not be ready to hear it in this moment. You might want to bookmark this video and come back when you're feeling open. I was the girl that believed, oh my God, yeah, he's going to apologize. Fuck that. I deserve better than that. This is what you did to me. I was her. And I couldn't stand the idea of letting somebody off the hook for hurting me. Letting them get away with shit. No, that's not what we're doing. But my victim state wouldn't let me see around that until I got out of it. Put the focus on who you are, who you want to be. I would make the version of you who lets stories go be a part of that new self. And you will see exactly what I mean. You will understand the message in this video. Then you're going to get the apology anyway. Put the focus on who you want to be and what you really want. Listen, it's your reality. You can do whatever you want. There's nothing wrong with manifesting in steps. But even manifesting in steps require a change in self. And we are never going to manifest pleasurable things from a victim state. They'll be pleasurable for a hot fucking minute, and then they're going to go to shit. And I know how limiting that may sound. I don't mean it from a limiting place. I mean it from experience as a professional victim state. I was that professional victim. It's how I know. Take it from me. Put the focus on you. Be the version of self that lets things go. Let stories go. The accountability is going to come naturally. I'm telling you, I'll bet you money. You'll get that apology anyway. And you will allow them to be a new self who can show up and treat you like you deserve. So, if you still have questions on this, please feel free to leave me a comment. I will do my best to answer you, more than likely in a video. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.